Hey Stamp friends, welcome to the Joy of Stamp with Rachel. I'm Rachael Coon and it is Fun Fold Friday. Today I'm making more of a fancy layout versus a fun fold, but I still think it's pretty fun. Let me show you today's card using this really fun Planted Paradise stamp set. And the fun thing about this is that it's called a split card. You can kind of see how we have this middle spot here that's missing from our embossed image, and underneath it reveals some fun designer series paper. I was in need of some thank you cards because I just had a great big birthday and need to thank all the people who have sent me birthday cards or went to my party with a cute simple card, but I want it to be a little bit more fun. If you are watching this, please leave a comment on YouTube so that way I can let one lucky person get the card that we're making the video today. I will send to them. If you see any of these products that you are like, oh, I wish I had that, please visit my online store using our February Hostess Code. So that way you can get some extra happy mail from me and enjoy hearing from me throughout the next couple of weeks. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let me talk to you a little bit about this cut, fun fold, and the stamp sets I use. So Planted Paradise is the main one. I'm using two of these images here, and you're looking at this and you're thinking, huh, that's really weird. It looks like it's doubled for a lot of these images. This is a reversible stamp set. So what would happen is I could stamp this pot and then I could color it in with the other side of it. They open up so you can kind of see how that would work. So here are these images, and you honestly would just flip it over and put this back on your block that way. So one way will have the shape, the other way will have the extra details of those flowers there. Really fun set. I'm not doing in reversing right now, but I just wanted to know that that's a cool feature of this one. As you may notice, there are no greetings on this one, so I snagged my ice cream swirl, and I'm just using the thanks from that one. Anything that you'd want, you could add to this one and make it a any card that you want based on your greeting. So those are the things I'm using. I also use a dry embossing folder with the exposed brick is for our background here. And then I'm using some Sale-a-bration designer series paper called Sunny Days. That's only available for, oh my goodness, less than half a month now. We're almost the end of February. February 29th is the last day you can get that paper for free with a $50 order. So if you love this paper, be sure to grab it and visit my blog for all of my links to these products and the measurements on there as well. All right, let's go ahead and get our pieces out. We're going to start with the shaded spruce as our card base. Then we will have this piece of Lost Lagoon that you can see that I've embossed it. I have not cut it yet because I just want to show you how simple and easy that is. I have my designer series paper, which will go underneath and behind. And it has two-sided. So we have those fun green rainbows, which would be awesome for St. Patrick's Day. So for that reason alone, I could change this to like a good luck card, and it'd be such a cute St. Patrick's Day card. On the other side, we have this fun floral image, which I might change that up for this next card, and we'll see how that looks. And then we have some of our layering pieces to our matte, our basic white with our Lost Lagoon, and then our shade spruce again. All right, let's go ahead and get our stamping done first, and then we can cut and assemble. All right, I have my foam mat in here since this is a photopolymer. And my tip to you is to start from the bottom for our greeting. And I'm using the Lost Lagoon color for that one. And we want to stamp on the bottom because we want to be able to build upon it. We don't want it just to look like the spacing's off. All right, let's go ahead and ink this one up. Our thanks. Looks good. Go to the bottom, center, and press. Lift up. Perfect. Put that color away and grab your crumb cake for our vase, or our pot for this one. That's the fun thing about this one. You can make so many different designs based off of all the different pots and foliage. Like how fun would it be to use all of those? I've seen cards made where they fussy cut it out so it even pops up a little bit more. Crumb cake is our next ink we're going to use. I'll grab that in. ink it up by tapping it a couple times. Don't rock it because it'll get ink all around the edges, and we don't want that. Go ahead and press down, center above that thanks, lift up, and put it away. Put the ink away. I always say put it away. It would take a long time to dry that out, which we don't want to figure out how long that would take. But we also don't want to accidentally put a piece of paper into it and then just ruin our whole card. Well, make our card very personalized. All right, this is the shaded spruce. We're going to go ahead and ink that one up. I love this is photopolymer, so I can see exactly where I'm going to put this guy right over our pot there. So, so cute. All right, that should be all of our stamping for this one. And let's grab our paper trimmer so I can show you that easy cut we're gonna do. So on my blog, I give you the measurements for this piece here, and then I also tell you that you could, to cut it, to split it, so is what we're calling this is a split fun fold. However, I recommend if you are going to emboss to do that first and then cut. Mostly because we want that to be like a flow of embossing, right? We want it to look like it's continuous. So I'm putting my paper trimmer. I just am doing 2 inches. You can change it to any spacing that you want. If you want this to be like a larger, more on one side than the other, you can go dead right in the middle. It can be a middle one. I like the 2-inch mark because it has a big side, little side to it. Because this, hold on, let's show you. This is a 3.5. So we'll go with the 2-inch and do a nice little cut through. And now you have 2 pieces. We've split the card. All right. I'll put that aside real quick. And let's get ready to assemble. So the next thing we need to do is put on our DSP on our card base. Should I? What do you think? Should I go ahead and do the flowers? I'm trying to figure out which is up and down. I think this is the up. I think that would look fun. We'll do some flowers behind it instead of the rainbows, just for the difference to see. We're gonna put some liquid glue on the back of this. I know we're sad to see those green rainbows go away, but this will be fun too. And then we're just gonna try to get this centered as much as we can. It's at 3.5, so you're gonna have a thicker border than usual. But we're gonna cover that up in just a second. Then we need to flip these guys over, and we need to use dimensionals on the back of this. That truly is the secret to this card to make it so much fun, is this fun pop feature here. And I have just pieces of the leftover of these dimensionals. So you'll see some really weird shapes, but I've cut them out. Because usually we have like the hexagon, but I'm using my leftovers. This whole sheet, you can use the whole thing. It's completely adhesive on it, so you don't want to waste it. So we just use our paper snips and trim it down to whatever size we want it. Okay, so I want at least 6, 1 of each corner and then center. If you want it to be a little bit more stable, you can even add more than that. It's up to you. Watch, we'll use a regular size. I kind of like these corner pieces here because it allows it to be a little bit longer and thicker. Kind of like a strip versus a little single piece. Okay, now we need to remove the backings. Make sure that's all pressed down. And if you have troubles removing backings, take a pick tool. Let me grab mine or your paper snips. Mine's too far away, so let me grab my paper snips, and you can start to peel it off that way. Make sure it's pressed down all the way. Peel it off. We're just separating that side from the backing from the actual thing. Okay. Now what we're going to do is carefully come over here, and we're going to use that score line as our guide. We want to go past it. So we're going to make about 1/4 of an inch border here from top to bottom. Then we'll use this one as our guide for the next one here to know how to line it up. But I'm using this side piece right here on that side piece there to know how far over this needs to go. Okay, so use this bottom guy as my guide. using my finger to hold its place. I'm not putting them all down right away. So that gives me about 3/4, maybe half an inch of a split there. Looking really, really cool. I'm loving it. Now I just needed to attach these to our mats. I'm going to throw some liquid glue on the back of this guy and carefully attach it to our Lost Lagoon mat using my fingers as a guide. Then I'm going to add dimensionals to the back of this guy. We want this guy to pop up too. Why not? You could have this all one level if you're like, you know what, I'm sending this in mail. I don't want it to be so super thick. But these ones are going to be hand delivered for me, so I'm not too worried about my thickness here. As long as it fits in my envelope, it'll be good. Okay. Then we're going to attach that to our shaded spruce, which matches our card base. Again, looking at all around your sides, and then start on the bottom and then pressing up till it goes where it needs to go. Oh, I'm loving this. Like, look at that nice pop up there. Okay, tip, only put liquid glue on the sides. Skip the center, this whole middle spot here, leave that blank. Don't go all the way around because that will also cause issues right there in the center, because we don't want to get our split. The split doesn't need to have the glue there. And then press it down, let that dry. While that's drying, we'll grab an embellishment. This is our Tinsel Gems 3-pack. So it comes in 3 different shades. I'm loving the darker green for this one. And I'm just going to take my paper snips and I'm going to carefully remove it from there and place it here close to that cute little pot we have to create this fun thanks card. Oh, I should have noted to it, whenever I stamp something like the Lost Lagoon, it always comes off really dark. And I'm like, ooh, that's not the color I picked. But it's kind of like wet paint where you have to let it dry to see its true color. And there you go. Oh, it turned out so cute. I love them both. I love that one has the fun flowers that are peeking through there with that DSP. And then look at how this just pops up. So nice and fun. A little different than just your regular card with just the single layers. This one has the split. I hope you guys have learned something new and give this card a try. Have a wonderful weekend and happy stamping, everyone. Goodbye.